So good morning. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you, Mary Frances, for the wonderful practice. Now that we've gone through all 8 exercises in the set, so we're complete in terms of the Golden 8. I do want to talk a little bit today about balance, okay? Not just physical balance, but balance of energy. So all of Qigong is an energy practice. Energy is everything in our lives. So like sound of my voice, personality, movements, thoughts. So all of that is energy, and that's why through Qigong we can access all these different aspects of our lives. So in terms of balance, it's not about 50-50 everything. That's not balance. So you really have to know based on your needs and could be seasons, could be time of day. What we need is different depending on that. Our years in our lives, so when we're younger versus when we're now. And so one of the things that we look at when we look at balance is, I'm sure most of you are familiar with that Yin and Yang symbol, the Tai Chi symbol we call it. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it up on the screen real quick, just so everyone's on the same page. Okay, so that's the Tai Chi symbol. Oh, it's on a black background. So it makes it a little bit, looks like it's a lot of black, a lot of yin energy. Okay, but if you can imagine, there's actually a circle in the middle here. Well, let me see if I can change that. Let's see. Oh, no, whiteboard. Oh, I'm still trying to figure out the Zoom thing here. Okay, so anyway, this is really cool. Look, okay, so this is yang, the white part, okay, and this is yin, okay, the black part. And we can look at a lot of things in life through kind of this lens of yin and yang. For example, we look at opposites, like the sun is very yang, okay, versus the moon is yin, okay. Something that's hard, it tends to be yang. Something that's softer tends to be yin. So we look at these things in relative. So these are all not absolute terms, because there's always something brighter or something darker, something harder or something softer, okay? Something more active, something less active. But when we look at this symbol here that I'm showing you, you see this curved line in the middle, okay? That represents balance. And you can see the balance is not always 50-50. For example, here at the top, this is really cool, by the way. I'm really getting a thrill out of this silly whiteboard. This technology is really cool. Okay, so anyway, at the very top, you can see there's a lot of white and very little black, right? Versus at the very bottom, okay, you can see there's a lot of black and very little white. So that represents, this is all balanced, by the way. Okay, so it really depends on where you are. So sometimes the balance could be a lot of yang and very little yin. Sometimes the balance could be a lot of yin and very little yang. And sometimes you're dead in the middle where it's 50-50. Okay, but oftentimes in our lives, we're trying to navigate our balance amidst a lot of chaos in our lives, a lot of other things. So it's like trying to walk a tightrope or actually balancing on a boat, right? The boat's constantly moving and you're trying to constantly adjust. And for me, that's kind of a good way to represent kind of the balance that we're always trying to find in our lives. It's not always the same. And that is one constant that we look at in life, is that from Chinese medicine's perspective, we want everything to constantly flow. And when things constantly flow, that means things are constantly changing. Things are not stagnant, things are not still. So that's a good thing. But the challenge of life is to find that balance. Okay, whether you're at the extreme yang side, somewhere in the middle, or somewhere on the yin side, so part of how you know that balance is you gotta know yourself, right? Because no one's gonna be able to tell you, well, you're right now at 50-50 or 60-40. You're at 90-10. You better do more yang practice because you have too much yin. Well, part of that is you have to know yourself, know what's right for you at a particular time. And not trying to promote too much Qigong, but Qigong is a great way because it's a tool, right? It's a tool for you to quiet the mind, help you connect with yourself. So you know yourself better, and then you know what exactly you need to do at the moment. Okay, so at this moment, you may be 50-50, but maybe today at 2 p.m., you may be at 60-40. Okay, so try to constantly find that balance is challenging, but it's also kind of fun because the more that you're present to your reality right now, the better you are able to find that balance within you at every moment. So that's the talk for today. I think Alejandro asked what software this is. This is actually built into Zoom, so this is a really cool thing. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. But thank you for joining us today.
I have a question really quickly. So
Hi, Corey.
hello. Which of the Golden 8 exercises are yang exercises and which ones are yin? Because I'm a person that definitely oscillates from the balance and I don't know necessarily which ones to do. I mean, I know if I feel a lot of anger, I should do the liver one. I know the emotions, but is there a way of knowing which of those exercises are yang and which ones are yin?
Okay. Actually, they can be for both. And part of it is how you do them. Okay.
Oh.
So, for example, if you tend to go slower, it tends to be more of a yin practice. And if you go faster or harder, that tends to be more of a yang practice. Also, time of day that you do it. Okay, we typically do recommend doing it at a very balanced time, which is sunrise and sunset. That's when yin and yang are most balanced. So today that would be like around 6 a.m. is sunrise, and then close to 8 p.m. over here, at least in Los Angeles, that's around sunset time. So how you do it? So all these exercises in Golden 8 can address whether you want to do it for more of a yang reason or more of a yin reason, because we address both organs. For example, because I know not everyone's on the same page in terms of knowledge of organs and stuff. Let's take the first exercise, for example. That's the Reach for Happiness exercise. And this exercise we do for the lung and large intestine. Okay. When we say lung and large intestine, the lung organ is the yin organ, and the large intestine organ is the yang organ. Okay, so it benefits both. So it does feed into both. How you do the exercise, I would go slower, more meditative, for more that emphasis on the yin side, and a little bit faster, a little bit more hard with your movements, and that would be more of a yang practice.